sure has one big piece of wood. I guess it's it again. I guess this is another episode of Two Set Roast where we show you some of the weirdest musical videos on the internet that just... why? Well, today's video is going to be about the world's largest instruments because the bigger the better, right? Mm-hmm. You know what? Let's just go right into it. Playing a Titanic tuba.
Titanic?
Careful.
Whoa.
There's three people. It takes 3 people to move it. Very, very functional. Can definitely bring it to rehearsal in orchestra.
That's like 7 seats on a plane, guys. Expensive plane tickets.
It's a conversation starter. It's something that you walk by and you say, wow, look at that giant tuba.
That's the whole point of making this tuba.
To start conversations, guys. Whoa. You okay there? That looks really heavy. Are you okay?
Wow, I'm glad you asked. My name is I Like Attention. Yeah!
Something to really get people into the store.
So it's like a way of advertising?
Well, when I walked in and saw the tuba for the first time, I was speechless.
Did he just say he was speechless? Thought it was meant to be a conversation starter.
I immediately wanted to play it.
Kind of sounds like a jackhammer, like a block away.
Great, guys. Did you know a jackhammer is actually an instrument? Makes great sounds.
Imagine playing that instrument and every one of your neighbors just like, why is it a jackhammer? What a beautiful instrument.
It sounds like a wet fart.
It's not playable like a regular tuba, where it can play a chromatic scale, but if it looks like a duck and quacks like a duck, it's a duck. You can play fundamental tones on it.
What is he on about? If it looks like a duck, it quacks like a duck.
It must be a duck.
Fundamental tones.
And I think that's the fundamental of the horn.
You think?
The professional tuba player's like, you think?
Oh.
Are you sure, man?
Yeah. I don't know, but what categorizes a fundamental tone right these days?
I think that's the fundamental.
It is not a normal tuba. It doesn't actually have any pistons and valves. It can only play the fundamental pitches.
It doesn't have pistons and valves. I don't know about you, but it looks like there are pistons and valves, it's just the knobs are broken. This is what a valveless brass instrument looks like. I'm not a brass player, I'm just pointing it out. It looks like it has pistons and valves, it's just broken.
It's all about fundamental tones, guys.
Yeah, and it quacks like a duck.
Fundamental pitches, which would be 1-5.
Wait, the fundamental pitches are 1-5. For those of you that aren't aware, basically tubas only play 1-5 anyway. Dun, 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 dun.
I've emailed and been in contact with the Guinness Book of World Records. I haven't heard back yet.
She hasn't heard back because she didn't pay the $800 priority fee.
Oh, that's right, guys.
Oh look, this sounds like real music. I can hear pitches.
Whoa.
The big tuba probably weighs easily over 100 pounds.
45 kilos.
Extra luggage on the plane.
It takes a good set of ears to be able to hear the notes because they're so low.
It sounds like a helicopter on there, but
So low.
Surely this must be a joke.
I know.
Takes a good set of ears to hear it because it's so low. Well, why play it then?
I would say it would take at least 4 lungs.
Looks
In
like
the
he's
right
talking to the
set of
tuba.
lungs, it could sound gorgeous.
In the right set of lungs, it can sound gorgeous.
Battle cries.
Do you think it sounded gorgeous, Brett?
So beautiful.
Alright, next one.
My name is Colin. I'm a curator at MIM, and this is the octobass.
Sounds like a horror movie.
Yeah, it sounds like...
The octobass was invented in 1850 by the famous French violin maker Jean-Baptiste Villon.
Is Villon?
Yeah, Beyond.
Hilary Hunt's
Yeah.
violin, right? Villon, what were you thinking?
The intent was to create an instrument that would add a low-end rumble to any large orchestra.
A lower end rumble. Violins, what do you play? I play the melody. Basses, what do you play? I play the bass line. Percussion, what do you play? I play the rhythm. Octobass, what do you play? I play the rumble. Can you imagine like practicing your entire life just to rumble?
The player stands on a platform and then pulls on levers, which are connected to a mechanism that pulls down the string on a fret to change the pitch of the string.
That's pretty cool. You got frets. You don't have to play in tune anymore, and you get to stand on your own platform
Wow,
too.
guys, no intonation problems forever.
Needless to say, nothing happens quickly on this instrument.
If you can play something slowly, you can play it quickly.
Here we have the octobass bow. This is specially made for the octobass.
You know what I just realized? The background music is these cello
I
music.
know. They should have octobass music that fits with the marketing plan, guys, or
Yeah.
whatever they're showing.
Why would you use cello music?
In this case, it's so big and heavy, all I can do is hold on.
Just hold on.
Guys, just hold on. It's a Ling Ling workout.
Yeah.
The instrument is tuned 2 octaves below a cello. The lowest C note on it is at 16 hertz, which means it is actually below the frequency that humans can actually hear.
I can't hear it. There's no point.
I mean, I guess there's a reason why the Titanic tuba and octobass are not in the orchestra. You know, like those like club speakers, they're like just the bass.
Oh,
And you-
okay.
You don't hear it.
Yeah, you
just
feel it. Yeah.
That's what the job is. Like,
Make
send like rumble vibrations.
It sounds like a car engine. Can you imagine coming to your show? Hey guys, welcome.
I want to see a recital with an octobass and a Titanic tuba. And at the end, the Titanic tuba like crashes and sinks, and then Leonardo DiCaprio is floating on the octobass.
That's where the Titanic movie comes from, guys. Oh god.
Top string is still, you can hear pitch.
Yeah.
By the end, it's just like. And then back to the cello music, guys.
These strings are so large and so massive that the vibrations are slow enough for us to actually see them.
I spent all that money and wood to build an instrument just so people can be educated about how a string vibrates, apparently.
Thanks for watching.
Oh god.
Oh man.
I need practice.
Finally, we have the biggest brass instrument, biggest string instrument. Of course, that leaves the biggest woodwind instrument. The world's largest flute, the subcontrabass.
On this Stetson University stage is an ensemble known on the national stage.
I just realized that's the flute sound. Dun,
Yeah.
dun, dun, dun.
Actually? Oh
Yeah.
my god.
It sounds like a beat.
They are music teachers and professors who make up the Florida Flute Orchestra under the direction of Paige Long.
Very, very beautiful sounds.
Very, very beautiful sounds. All these nice flutes.
The flutes are sounding all nice.
The piccolo hits the top C, the lowest C,
Why? I love how comments are disabled for this video.
I wonder
It's
why.
just why? Guys, why would you do this?
The double contrabass is made of more than 18 feet of tubing and stands 8 feet tall.
Whoa.
5.5 meters of tubing.
How would you carry that on the plane? I don't know.
Boy, are they rare. Only 4 of these in the world.
Well, I wonder why it's rare. Maybe because no one wants to play it?
Oh!
To be fair, at least this one...
Has pitch. You can hear music, kind of.
It takes some time and patience to set them up, but for what they cost, you wouldn't rush it either.
Yeah. Automobile pricing.
Automobile pricing. Yeah, just sell your car and spend 50 grand on them. I feel like the video's self-evident.
Yeah.
We don't even need to comment on this.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
just-
That's why other flute orchestra conductors who say,
We really need more bottom.
will use PVC piping instead for the low end.
It does sound like plastic piping.
Yeah.
Do, 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 do. Guys, you need more bottom. It's just...
Use other instruments, guys. Use the tuba.
Yeah.
That's what they're made for.
Just don't compose that low for a flute orchestra.
We blow. We have a lot of air, but it's a beautiful sound.
And it won't get bigger than this in Flagler Beach.
I've reached my limit.
Yeah, I would too. I've reached my limit.
I think we've reached our limit, guys. I never thought I would say this, but maybe viola isn't the most useless instrument in the world.
Oh, that's
viola
true.
gang.
Viola gang. For once, I might be siding with the violas, guys. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoy the big instruments. Keep practicing guys, it's important. The more you practice, the less chance of playing big instruments.